Hey guys, and welcome to Aussie Reviews. Now I put a post up on Facebook earlier today about the seizure notice or letter from Customs to various dealers on seizing or prohibiting the import of the Berica 12 gauge Black Ops shotgun. Now there's a lot of talk, a lot of chat about this. If you want to have a look at it closer, please jump onto my Facebook page and you'll be able to see that because I've scanned both pages, for people to have a look at. Now, basically, in a nutshell, Customs or Border Force, however you wish to refer them as, actually recalling these shotguns because they're saying that now, due to cosmetic appearance of them, they are classifying them as a prohibited firearm. Okay, so in other words, a full auto firearm. Now, they're saying basically that it looks like an M16 or AR-15 variant, and that's the reason for the reclassification under the import laws. Now keep in mind, these import laws are federal laws, okay? So it has absolutely nothing to do with your state. So for example, if you're here in Queensland and you've been given a permit to acquire for one, that's got nothing to do with it, okay? Because federally, everything must come in at the border and Customs are the first port of call. So if they ban something, then this is what happens, okay? Look at the Riverman OAF, same sort of thing. It was a terrible thing there where people lost, their legally purchased firearms, and they were subjected to a recall there on this same cosmetic appearance law at the federal import level. So if you want to look at it closer, guys, have a look at the Customs Prohibited Import Regulation 1956. Go in there and you can clearly see it's all listed, okay? Now these import laws with regards to cosmetic appearance are only applicable to category A, B and H firearms. Now category C, category D, obviously it's not applicable to. So in other words, that's why you can have like an AR in a rimfire, so you can have an AR-22 or 22 Magnum or 17 HMR, etc., etc. Because when you actually bring one into the country, they are not prohibited at federal level because the cosmetic appearance laws do not apply, okay? It's only to that A, B or H. So as soon as you start, dressing up or bringing in an A, B or H firearm that looks like an AR, it'll get reclassified at the border to a higher category. So in other words, like category D or category R being full auto. So that's why a lot of people will ask me, they'll say, oh, Aussie, why can't we have the straight pull ARs like they have in the UK? Well, that's why. You can't have a Troy pump, for example, because it's all banned at the border. And they know that if they can ban it at the border, that just cuts off the supply legally here in Australia, which it does. Okay, so where to now? If you've actually got one of these, then obviously the seizure notice is pretty clear, or the letter's pretty clear, I should say, because they're going to send out a seizure notice after it. You've got a prohibited item, and because of what? Registration. They know exactly where everyone is. They know who's got what, so there's really no escaping it in that regard. Now, once it's returned, I'm not sure what the dealers are doing. I don't know. Are the dealers going to compensate you? I don't know, guys. I haven't spoken to dealers about that. Customs obviously are saying there that once it's returned to them, that people can apply for compensation. So I don't know whether the dealers are going to apply for compensation after they compensate you, or they're going to leave it open for you to apply for compensation. I honestly don't know. And that's something that we'll see obviously within the next few weeks, I'd imagine. Okay, so now when it comes to like a state level, this seems to be the confusion with a lot of people saying, oh, we don't have appearance laws here in Queensland. How can this apply to us? Well, as I said, it has to apply because it's federally and it has to come in via Customs first. So if they renege on their decision and then say, well, sorry, we classified it incorrectly, we're now classifying it as a prohibited import, well, they will simply seize the lot out of the community because why? There's registration of firearms. Okay, so here in Queensland, we do actually have cosmetic appearance laws, and you've got them in virtually every other state. It's just that those certain firearms licensing branches have and have not enforced them in different states and territories, okay? So in other words, in New South Wales, which seems to have everything prohibited, they've just used that law to more extent than, say, for example, Queensland has. However, you saw recently in Queensland, and it's still going through court, so we don't know what's going on there exactly, is the Wedgetail Industries pistol argument. Okay, they're trying to say that it's an AR-15, and why? Because under the weapons categories regulation here in Queensland, Category D clearly says in the definition there, if any firearm substantially duplicates it in appearance or function, then it's going to be classified as Cat D, and that's what they're relying on. Okay, so it's actually in law. It's not just a policy, it's actually in law. And I've said it for so many years, guys, you know, I'm just so against this cosmetic appearance. It's like saying, you know, you've got a, for example, like an old Datsun 4-cylinder, but it's got the chassis of a Ferrari on it, so therefore we're going to classify it as a Ferrari. You know what I mean? I just personally don't agree with it. So from here, you know, I hope you've got a little bit more of an understanding with it and how it works. This is why I refuse to review the shotgun, and it's also why I refuse to review the Wedgetail Industries pistol. I was offered that from a heap of you guys, and I just refused because, guys, I'm not stupid. I knew straight away, as soon as you go putting up an A, B or H firearm on video that resembles anything like an AR-15, the powers to be are just going to jump on it. Okay, so that's just going to damage all shooters, and that's why I didn't do it. So where do we go from here? Okay, so basically there's a lot of people angry, and very understandably. And this is the thing that really frustrates me, guys, is a lot of shooters will not vote for anyone else but the majors. You know, they still go down that same old line. Yet a lot of those people get angry when they see this sort of thing and then wonder why it's happening. Well, it's happening because you won't change the way you vote. You know, the other thing that really annoys me too is people that come to me and they'll send me a message and they'll say, you know, I'm so angry with this, you know, what can we do, you know, to change this or fight this, etc., etc. Well, it's pretty simple, guys. You know, like I'll say to them, like, you know, have you been to meet with your local state member and your local federal member? And no, I haven't. Okay, so then I ask the second question. What about handing out how to vote cards for a pro-gun political party on election day or building up to the election, helping, you know, set up the signs or just something? Nope, they haven't done that either. Then I'll ask the third question. Are you a member of an organisation like Shooters Union? You know, some people say yes, but some other people say, oh no, because they don't have any ranges. I don't care if they don't have any ranges. I mean, yeah, I'm a life member of them. And the stupid thing is, you know, before I thought up the idea to get that cheaper life membership for all you guys, it was only just prior to it, about a month prior to it, I'd paid the full price for the membership. So, you know, silly me, but hey, yeah, at the end of the day, I don't care because they can use the money to fight the good fight. And if you've got an organisation willing to do that, stand behind them. If you, for example, got every shooter in Australia, over 1 million, so let's take 1 million as a number. If you got every one of them to donate $10 to the Shooters Union, do you know how much political clout that the Shooters Union would have and strength, and they'd be able to fight a lot of this stuff? Because do you think barristers and so forth are cheap? No, they're not. So how do you expect someone like the Shooters Union to get in there and fight? And they do, on virtually volunteer staff, mind you. They get in there and they fight. They're always going to meetings. They're always trying to stay on top of everything. Well, you've got to donate to them. Just your $35 a year membership or whatever doesn't cut it, guys. You need to be able to donate to them. So, you know, if this sort of thing really annoys you and you've just had a gutful of it, then put your money where your mouth is and channel that anger into actually trying to do something. You know, make an appointment this Monday or this Tuesday. Meet with your local state and federal member and talk to them about the firearm laws and how annoyed and upset you are. Make some noise about it. Do something about it. That's what I'm saying at the end of the day. But guys, there'll be probably a couple of thousand people may watch this video. Maybe 1-2% of people may get on the Shooters Union website, join up as a member. You know, maybe there'll be 1% or 0.5% that'll decide to donate $10. At the end of the day, guys, shooters are the problem. They are the ones destroying us. And as I said, back in May 2016, I made a post about the last Australian shooter. And I went through that post and I spoke about all the hypotheticals and my predictions of what was going to happen. And we're about halfway through that list now, unfortunately, with what we've been seeing. Do you want it to continue? If you don't know the post that I'm talking about, go to my Facebook page and just search Last Australian Shooter. Do a search, Aussie Reviews, Last Australian Shooter. The post will come up and you will see what my predictions were. And it's all coming true. You know, cosmetic appearance laws, magazine limits, you know, bans like on lever action shotguns. Like, it's all coming true. And they will keep going and going and going until you have nothing left. So my question to all the shooters out there is, where's the line in the sand? You know, where is that line where you'll actually get up off the couch, go and sit down, articulate yourself, and don't talk like an absolute bogan. You know, speak, you know, calmly, rationally, and talk to your local state and federal members. When are you going to go and help pro-gun parties with how to vote cards? You know, but it's just not happening. Shooters are sitting on their backside and just expecting the organisations to do all the work for us. It doesn't work like that. And yeah, you might be safe with your bolt action rifle and not even give two hoots, you know, about this Berica Black Ops shotgun. But I'm telling you, they're coming for the lot. And the sooner you do something about it, the better. So let's do a test here, guys. You know, I'll put a link down the bottom there of this on YouTube to the Shooters Union website. And let's see how many people join or donate to them to actually, you know, have money ready to actually do something about this sort of thing. We'll give it a test. Anyhow, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. To those guys who have to hand in that shotgun, I'm really sorry for you guys. You know, I really am. But we've all got to stand together. I don't own one. I never have any intention of owning one, but I'll still stand with you and fight it as much as I can. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, so we'll catch you next time.